And welcome. I don't know what happened there.
Then hi.
Hi. How are you?
Where's the intro? I thought we had an intro going.
Well, I don't know. It didn't play. You ready for?
I thought I had an extra couple of seconds to race and get my phone.
You got 23 seconds. You ready? I'll play it. This is Ed's intro.
Let's do it. Go. That's better.
Yeah, it is.
The second time.
Brilliant.
Now we can get underway.
That's it. We can get into it now. We can rip into it. Oh, dear.
How are you all going?
Yeah, good.
Mate. Well,
Good.
Very good. Welcome. I'm going to have to put
people in the
up
chat
so I know
already?
these people. Let me just get the chat going. This one, Darth Rock, he was up earlier, so I don't know if he's still hanging in the chat with us, but wow, g'day.
It's 9 o'clock, 9:30 for you guys. It's what, two hours difference?
Yeah, 11:30
12 o'clock
night for them.
Yeah.
G'day, G-Force. Good
As
morning.
mate.
What's going on?
As usual, Mike.
Mike.
Hello, sir.
Hey, Mike.
There's Monique and Dan.
Hi, Monique.
G'day.
Jewel. G'day, Jewel. Thanks for joining
Jules.
us.
Jules.
Then we have our mate, Ed.
Oh.
G'day,
Yeah.
Ed.
Hello, Ed. There you go.
From one end
afternoon.
to another. Welcome, sir.
Appreciate you tuning in, brother. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. We've got
That is
the
cool.
Retro Oz game. That's Enzo, isn't it?
G'day, Enzo. Yeah.
Yeah, g'day, Enzo.
Hang on.
And we have Carl from Retro
Oh,
Cartel
g'day, Carl.
Collectibles.
G'day, mate. How are you?
Fantastic. Well, welcome and thank you very much for joining us all in this impromptu live stream. Just have
Hang
a
out.
hang out.
Yeah.
That's it. Show some
Yeah.
toys off and have a bit of a yarn and have a drink together.
That's it.
Well, you know, you're off under the knife tomorrow, mate. So we had to make it so, you know,
Hey, Phil.
the one last
Hey, Phil.
hurrah.
Yeah. A speedy recovery for myself.
Yeah, that's it. No, hope, you know, touch wood, everything goes well, but I can't see any problems.
Nah, I'm sure it'll all go well, mate.
Taking your leg
Andrew and
off
I
and
have a bit of a
sticking your
running
head-
joke that when someone is like, well, it's actually he normally does it with his daughter, and whenever someone's like basically dead and you know they got blood spurting out of them, they just look at each other and go, "He'll be fine."
You'll be fine.
It's a flesh wound. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, every horror film, you get killed, they'll be fine.
Hey, g'day, Luke. How you going? And we
G'day,
have Pete
Peter.
as well.
There you go,
Hey,
Pete.
Oh, yeah.
How the flock are you all? Good, mate. Good.
Yeah. We're joined by Dino tonight. G'day, Dino.
Thank
G'day,
you.
Dean.
Thank you.
Welcome. Nice to
Welcome,
meet you.
mate.
We must have
Appreciate
known that Ed was going to be in.
Plenty of time, but never face to face. So it's all
It's just the only jumper I own now, so you know why not? No, that's fantastic. Thank you for the invite again, guys. Really appreciate it.
no. Welcome. It's always good to have fellow Aussies in the chat. So. Or on the
Is that
on the
Luke?
chat.
Well, I'm a bit jealous of Andrew, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Andrew up here, and now I'm next to Scott. Yeah.
Fist bump.
So I can give Scotty a head massage now. Here we go.
That's it, yeah. Can you just fix my hair for me, Andrew?
Are you going to tie?
No, we're letting it out tonight, mate. We're having fun.
Yeah, letting your hair down. That's the way.
The improv part.
Just Dean. Oh, showing the love, mate. Good work.
Oh, wow.
We're just chopped liver.
Carl even gave you some airtime in my couple of videos ago.
Yeah.
So now they know what you look like, Carl. So you can't hide at CollectorCon. They'll be after you.
Looking forward to meeting Carl finally in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, got
That'd be
Collecticon
good.
coming up. All the plans being made, are they?
Absolutely.
They are. Going to be a fun couple of days. I mean, won't be the same without you, Matt. It goes without saying, but we'll make the best of it in your absence. We'll represent for you.
I'll have to wear the beanie instead and race around.
That's right.
I'm giving lists to people. I've asked Dean to look out for some Hercules figures, and I'm going to get Andrew to look out for some things for me. So we've got a shopping list.
Actually, what you can do, Andrew, you can get the beanie and just write the acronym on and text her.
Yeah.
Right, so you can just have cock on your beanie walking around.
It'll be little cock.
Yeah, a little cock, yeah. Get that cock out of here. We've got one good looking rooster. So
Well, I've ordered some beanies and some hats, so for getting different coloured beanies and that, and they turn over and they say keep on collecting on it.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
What, on one side's cock and one side's keep on collecting?
No, I left the cock off. Just the full title.
If we say
Just
that word
the
too
formal
often,
title.
does YouTube pick us up for saying that word a little bit too often? I don't know.
possibly, but it's an acronym, so it's just the abbreviation of your name, really. So they can take it as they will.
With the music out these days, I don't think it matters anymore.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Yeah, it's very, very true. So we've all got something to show tonight, haven't we? Is that what we're gonna? Is that what we're gonna do?
Dean, did you mention you do or you don't?
I don't have something to unbox. I have some things that I put up on Instagram, and one item I haven't that's new. So, yeah.
Well,
Most of the stuff I'm waiting for is at CollectorCon.
Yeah.
right.
Ready to be.
Yeah. Dean,
Smart man.
it sounds like you're going to have a good CollectorCon, even if you literally don't find anything new that you haven't already got your name on. So it sounds like you're coming home with a big bag, regardless.
Yeah, I think that's why Carl likes me so much right now.
What has he been buying? Is there can you give us a clue on what you've been buying? Like maybe one or two things?
I'm actually since Star Wars Celebration,
Yeah.
I've gotten right back into Star Wars.
G'day, Michael.
I had
Michael.
a large 90s collection of the Kenner Star Wars figures into
Nice.
Hasbro. And if you saw Scott's room tour, you wouldn't have seen any of those figures. I just didn't
No, not the 90s ones.
I didn't have the time to get them all out, sort them, get them on display. So after Star Wars Celebration was on that weekend about a month ago, I asked my father, "Can you bring the tubs over?" So he's like, "Here's the first one, second one, third one," and that's probably it's probably only about halfway. So I've started a little Star Wars section in the room right now. So behind the camera, it's quite a mess.
So will you collect that in the 90s, Dean, or?
I did, because I was a kid. My dad was just picking them all up, so I'd get them for Christmas and my birthday, which is in December as well. So, my father bought pretty much nearly everything in the line, minus some of the really big ships and things like that. But there's a fair bit to go through. So, with Carl, I've been chatting with him and seeing what he's got, and just been having a fun Star Wars time lately.
Oh,
The wife's like, too much Star Wars on TV, Star Wars everywhere, Star Wars here.
Yeah. Star Wars in the room.
That's it.
Sorry. What is it?
Oh, did you get vehicles as well as play sets or just figures?
When I was young,
Yeah.
I got some vehicles, but like I said, we didn't go big. Like I never got the Falcon, things like that. So, or the AT-AT. So mainly focused on the figure line, and I ripped them all off card. So bang, I wanted to play with them.
Of course.
Yeah.
We used to probably say about 200 figures that I had. So we used to set them up in the lounge room floor. light versus dark, of course. And then with myself, with Dad, and all my brothers, we'd throw marbles at them
Nice. Bowl them over.
that was the way that we sort of
Hey,
played
Si.
with them. Yeah.
G'day, Si.
Wars.
How are you?
Star Wars was massive in our house.
So was that the power of the Force green cards or the
Started
or
with
was
the
it
red cards, or the orange.
Yeah, orange.
Into the green. I think I went all the way up to probably just after Revenge of the Sith. And I would have got just been like getting into my 20s and that. So yeah, little sidestep. But my dad kept collecting, so he kept buying things that he thought was cool. And still today, we're going through what he has to what I have, and trying to see if we can piece in the parts that we don't have. So
Thanks,
you'll be seeing lots of my Star
Hey,
Wars
Gary.
in the
G'day,
coming
Gary,
week
mate.
on my Instagram.
So was your old man, was he collecting Star Wars as a kid himself, or?
Not my father, no, my older brother.
Okay.
He was born. Actually, I don't know when he was born. In the 70s, I think. But sorry, Rick. So yeah, he was getting all the vintage line. So my dad was buying that, and then of course there was that break period between the vintage line and the Power of the Force. So I was lucky enough. I remember Christmas morning, I got every one of the first wave, except for C-3PO for my birthday. So my birthday's on the 19th. And I got all these Star Wars figures, and I'm like, how can I not have C-3PO? This is just weird. C-3PO was under the tree to complete the collection. So of that film. But yeah, got the Rancor and the Bantha. They were a couple of the big creatures of that line that I really liked. So
The good thing about that Bantha is it's furry.
Yeah, I got it over there. I'll have to grab it.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Lots of posts, I guess.
But
Lots of
Dean-
posts on Insta. Will be coming up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But Dean, you know how your dad was so good at keeping all, like, you know, storing away all of your stuff that you had as a kid, like all your turtles that we talk about with, you know, and even card backs and weapons and stuff. Did your dad hang on to your older brother's vintage Star Wars? Like, was he doing that as well?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Nice.
Good dad. Yeah.
He's got all that, and they did go pretty well in that line. So back then, you could go to Vinnie's and places like that and op shops, and you could find Star Wars figures for 50 cents in a box.
Yeah.
So, as kids, we're picking all them up, pile them up. I've got a good set of vintage figures myself. I'm still hunting, but we have pretty much. Yeah, my dad's got every figure in that vintage line. The AT-ATs, the Dagobah playset, the Hoth playsets. Actually, he's missing a bit of that he's searching high and low for. Yeah, the Imperial Space Shuttle. I don't know if you've seen that. That's a big toy.
Yeah.
Big one, all right. Yep.
Is that you mean the vintage one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's huge.
My dad's probably telling me.
Yeah,
Hazel.
Hazel.
Well, the redone one was the same size, so the shuttle.
Sorry, Andrew.
The redone one they did there was the same size actually. It was the same mold. Yeah, so
I never got that one. I just wanted the figures. I just wanted to create my own little Star Wars universe.
Rolando.
G'day, Rolando.
Hey, Rolando.
Yeah, because they reissued that shuttle for the Saga collection. I reckon that was the second time it came out, but it was original mold of the 80s vehicle.
Yeah, I've got it up there on the shelf there.
So
It's
I've
a big bloody thing.
Yeah, I must get one day.
I've kind of got hooked on the retro line.
Yeah.
So the new
Retro.
one's coming.
They pair it nicely with the figures.
Mm.
Or would
Sorry,
you keep them on card? Would you keep them on card, Dean, or?
Yeah, for now I'm keeping them on cards. I just wish they didn't put this giant thing here to wreck that nice picture.
Yeah, it's a
Can you
shame.
get it off? Like, is it a sticker or is it printed on?
It's a sticker.
Yeah, I think
Lighter
Mike got
fluid,
it
maybe?
off. He didn't he, Matt? Mike took off his ones, didn't he? Usual Mike.
On the first wave, yeah.
Yep.
I got a couple off, but a couple ripped it, so I just stopped.
Oh, rip the artwork off the front of the card. Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
I think you've got to treat the sticker somehow first.
Yeah,
and soften her up to get it off.
Maybe a lighter fluid or something like that.
Yeah.
Lighter fluid and then just put a hairdryer on it. Don't leave it too long because it might go off.
Yeah, keep an eye on my Instagram because I'm going to start putting a whole lot of Star Wars stuff up and get it all sorted and take some happy snaps.
Awesome. And does your brother still have his collection, or I know he's at your dad's place, so he's got it all displayed, or
not displayed, just packed up pretty much.
You should snaffle it, mate. Just take it.
You go, Dino. Because I think Luke has done a video on. I think you've done a video, Luke. I remember seeing you, and I also think Usual Mike has done a video on how to get the stickers off.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you'll probably just have to go through their back libraries and find something.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah.
Lighter fluid is so good for getting stubborn stickers off. It's really good.
G'day, Roy. Good to see you, mate. Yeah, lighter fluid does work. I wonder. I was thinking there's that citrus orange one as well. You can spray. Maybe the soften it first.
Orange powder or something.
Orange powder. Yeah.
Yes, there you go. It's an old one, but it should help. Yeah, there you go. So Luke's got one. Yeah. John is. We'll help each other out. Yeah.
G'day, Largo's Lee.
Yeah, Jim. What have you been up to, Scott?
What have I been up to?
Yeah.
You're letting your hair down, so. Yeah, just enjoying myself. Giving the hair ties a miss this week. No, mate, I've been good. I obviously had a great time with you doing a little Royal Rumble vid, which went out last week. So that was a fun process. Editing that was far more enjoyable when I'm not just hearing my own voice or seeing my own face. Having you next to me was great. So, mate, just working on that. Working on a. You know what? Let me just show off something real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
Retro Oz Gamer. Tonight I'm double fisting with some Bilson's vodka fruit tangles.
I got the tropical punch one.
And then I've got a long neck of a Hollandia just to chase it.
So that's a big one.
I don't have one.
So I'm on a bit of cider tonight. I just got Summersby pear cider, nothing special, but does the trick.
Good, Dino.
Matt, I've been working on a little YouTube short to show off this book right here.
Oh gosh, I remember that.
Yeah, let me make you big, Scott. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm sorry.
So let me say something. Let me just say, if you don't recognize this, this is the 89 version. This is the 89, the second print that I had as a kid, which Matt incredibly found for me. But if you don't recognize this and you're a little bit older than me, you might recognize this. This was the cover of the 70s version.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
right. I do know that book.
Yeah.
So in the next couple of days, I'm going to put out, I'll put it on Instagram as a reel. I'll put it on YouTube as a short. It's just like a 60-second video showing off some of the artwork in this, but I've managed to find some cool sound effects for each of the creatures and stuff. So just as a little bit of a love letter to this book and to say thanks to Matt. So that's going to be coming to the channel in the next couple of days.
That's awesome.
But
that is really cool.
If I can bore you guys for a moment on this, like when I started trying to reacquire things that were important to me as a kid, one of the things that kept coming back to me was this book. But the thing is, I didn't know what it was called, and I had no memory of the cover, and not a clear enough memory to be able to research it. But the artwork inside, mainly things like the Minotaur and the Medusa here. Like, this is just burnt into my memory. So I was just Googling like 80s monster books, 80s creature books, trying to find images that, until I found one or two of these that rung a bell, I was able to work out what it was called. And once I worked out what it was called, I refused to buy the reprints because I'm like, no, I want to find the original copy that, you know, the version that I had as a kid, one of the vintage ones. But I wasn't going to jump online and pay $70 for it. I was like, I want to find it in a Vinnie's or a Salvo's or something like that, or I just want to find it cheap at a toy fair. And when Matt got this for me, he was like, oh, you know, I hope I've not taken away the experience of finding it. But the cool thing about this is these Usborne books, this World of the Unknown, there was three of them. There was the Monsters one that I had as a kid, but there was also one on ghosts and on UFOs.
Sci-Fi's just mentioned it.
Yeah. So I'm still absolutely going to continue to hunt those down, but I can't thank Matt enough for this, and I'm looking forward to getting that video out on Instagram and YouTube in the next couple of days, just to show off some of the artwork in here and give it some love, because this is pretty special to me. So I'm super grateful to have this in the collection now in the Crusher Library. So that's awesome. That's one thing I've been enjoying in the last few days.
That's brilliant, man.
Awesome,
you should get that Medusa as a tattoo on your arm, so you can always have it as part of you.
You know what? There's worse ideas than that. I've got worse tattoos than that, that's for sure. So maybe, you never know.
Thanks, Michael.
Thanks, Michael. Yeah.
Some good advice.
G'day, AJ.
Welcome. G'day, AJ.
AJ.
But doesn't that just make that so much more special, finding that like in a thrift store or something?
Well, that was my kind of intent, Dean. Like, I was like, you know what? I don't care if it takes me, because at the end of the day, it's a 32-page book, and I've stared at all the copies of the pages online. So it's like, I don't need a reprint this second. Like, I'm going to keep looking until I find it. So, you know, Matt's obviously made my day, made my week by finding this for me. But yeah, I didn't want to just like jump online and pay above the odds for a vintage copy to be sent to me from the UK, because I think these are easier to find now in the UK than they are here, or buy a reprint. So I'm still stoked to have that in the collection, even though I didn't stumble across it myself. Still super special. So I'm pumped.
I'll let you find the other two by yourself. How about that?
We'll see how we go. I mean, I'm not holding my breath, but you know, it's funny. I've given up going to Vinnie's and Salvo's specifically for like 90s toys. Like, if I find some cool, but I'm more going there nowadays to like for media and stuff like that. But I always do look at the kids' books, because, you know, if I'm not going to find something like this, I might find some Goosebumps or something like that. So you know, op shops for nostalgic books to me are one of my favorite things to have a hunt through at the op shops, or the thrift stores for our American friends, or charity stores for our English friends.
That has been my goal. You said Goosebumps, Scott. My goal was to get the original series of Goosebumps, 62 books.
Yeah,
just from like Collecticon, op shops, or
hunting. So not online. So without sourcing them online. Yeah.
No, not online. So just from like, you can't go to eBay and just buy what you need. So I'm actually down to 6. In 3 years,
down to 6.
I've got 6 left.
That's pretty crazy. I mean, there's I think there's definitely something to be said for like denying yourself that instant gratification of doing it the easy way and jumping on eBay. There is something to be said for making yourself wait until you find it in the wild. Some things it's more realistic to do that with others. Like, I'm not going to complete my vintage TMNT collection without the help of eBay or Facebook groups. Maybe if I was in the States, it might be a different story. But, you know, for things like that, for books or for VHS, like, you know, there was a period where I first got my VCR in my collection room, and I was like jumping online buying VHS. But again, like now I'm like, you know what? If I want to pick up VHS, I just want to pick them up at toy shows or thrift stores or antique markets or things like that. So, or garage sales, whatever it might be.
Wow. Yeah. G'day, Crackles.
Well, that's not true, because I picked up a LJN for Matt. Didn't I, Matt? Yeah,
Piper.
Yeah, and I found not so long ago a Gamorrean guard from the you know, and so there's still the odd treasure that comes through the the Vinnies.
Well, look at Michael's comment, Andrew. This is what you've experienced down your way.
Yes, well, that's the thing. They were lucky. They'll let me for a while sort of bin dive out the back, and I was getting a lot of things out that they were throwing out, and then I sort of had a run in with an 80-year-old woman who was the toy sorter, and she politely told me to F off. And and now, out of spite, she finds any action figures or things like that, she throws them in the bin, just out of spite. And so, yeah, it all depends on who works there sometimes.
Yeah.
But you
speaking of nostalgia, so being a 70s kid and growing up in the early 80s as well, one of the highlights of the weekend was if Dad was taking something as a tip, and that was like everyone pile in, we're going to the tip, because when you get to the tip, you can find hidden treasure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I remember that.
The day, obviously, I had a day off today, and myself and the old man, we went to the tip, and I actually did find some hidden treasure. Now I've cleaned it up. It is broken, but it is fixable. But I picked up.
Wow.
This Mortal Kombat Storm Shadow with his base. So it's broken. It's been snapped off. And I gave it a good cleaning that tonight. But that'll come up all right. So
pretty cool.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It was buried, man. It was buried under a pile of crap. But I used to love finding treasures at the tip, and the hunt still goes on, even to this day.
The hunt never stops.
The hunt never stops. So my first Mortal Kombat piece, but it's a very awesome dynamic base as well. It's got a skull and some broken bones and stuff on there. So
that's great.
And I think it's
I love the skeleton bones.
What is it? It's Warner Brothers game, so it must have come out with a game at some stage because it's got Warner Brothers game on it. But like I said, the key piece is snap, but it should go together quite well. I mean, it's just PVC, so
a bit of hot glue or something.
Yeah, a bit of hot glue. But it's always good, and just the detail on him as well. It's pretty fantastic. So.
What's it made out of? Sorry.
I like PVC plastic.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Carl from Retro Cartel saying there's a bit of value in that statue, Dan.
Oh, it's even better. So it cost me nothing, and it'll cost me a little bit of glue. So, but I can't see a date on it. It's got some writing on the back there, but I can't actually see a date. It says Warner Brothers, Pure Arts, Mortal Kombat Real. Don't know. But anyway,
still a sweet find.
I'm gonna start going to the tip more often, I think, because to find gold like that, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I suppose like any kind of op shop or garage sale or whatever it is, like you got to be prepared to find nothing, to give up, but you just never know what you're going to find,
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat X is not easy to find. It's PlayStation 3. There you go. So Sci-Fi just said it's from PlayStation 3.
That's it.
Okay.
But like I said, it's it's a decent quality base, and
that's right, Mike. Yeah, we're on 2 channels. We're in 2 places at once.
Yeah,
pretty special.
We're spreading the love.
G-Force is giving this tip.
Drill a hole in the foot before you try and glue it. So
okay.
Because like I said, that's where the key obviously was. He's there, and I don't know if you can see the hole, but it goes in
Indeed,
there.
It is, Pete.
But that should
that's a nice little treasure to pick up.
It's got some. It's not overly heavy, but it could probably break quite easily as well if you didn't key it properly. So yeah, I think a hole in the foot with a little peg will go a long way. So. Yeah, garbage for one is a treasure for another.
That's right. One man's trash is another's treasure for sure.
That's it.
I would like to see what Big W has these plastic bins now, where they encourage people to bring their plastic toys and that and put them in the bins. I don't know if you guys have seen them.
No.
That might be some good hunting there.
Have a look next time. They've got a plastic recycle, and people go there and they put their old DVD cases and they put their kids' toys, and who knows what toys are going in there.
Yeah.
For recycling purposes.
Yeah, it's all about plastic, saving plastic and recycling it. Yeah, so I'd
there you go. Andrew, that might be your new doctor's practice waiting room.
Yeah. They go, what's this 50-year-old guy swimming for?
He's just doing George Costanza, just pushing kids in the face to get them out of the way.
Kind of looks like a little vending machine. It's just got a little open hole. There's a bucket in there. You just pour them in. But every time I walk, you can just see like toys. Most of the time,
the arm in like that's what they get.
Like a lucky dip.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need it to be they need it to be one of those like vending machines, you know, those like game of skill, the claw. There's a vintage Star Wars figure in there.
Wouldn't that be a great vending machine though? If you stacked it full of vintage stuff, I reckon you'd make a fortune, wouldn't you? There's good marketing there.
You know what? That would be a pretty cool like installation at a toy fair.
Yeah, it would.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lucky dip for a vintage toy.
Oh.
So Joe's a garbologist by trade, and yeah, he finds lots of good stuff in the trash. So
there you go.
Yeah. I wouldn't lick it.
Right.
But,
what else you got there for us, Dan? You got a few things, haven't you? Got a couple of boxes.
I've got a couple of boxes in.
You want to sell us?
So yeah, I've got a couple of boxes. One I've had for a while, which I hadn't opened because of the whole move thing. It was one of the last things that came out of Bulletproof Villain. The other one arrived yesterday, so I thought I'd just keep it for the live stream. So what I might do is crack into the one from Bulletproof Villain, because to be honest with you, I think I've got no idea as to what is in it. It's been so long since I ordered it. It was pre-orders a long time ago. And like I said, I've moved house and it got waylaid and buried. But so we'll crack into it together.
I guess a yard sale, so boot sales and flea markets, swap meets, are they similar to like, remember the markets that we've got, Andrew, out of Blacktown? Or Dino?
Yeah, the trash and treasure markets. Yeah.
Treasure markets,
like those, yeah.
Yeah, boot sales is kind of like that, but it's more people. It's more like just people offloading their stuff rather than like arts and crafts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's selling out of the car boot kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. Hi, Andrew. There you go. Jeff loves your shirt. What do you got?
Yeah, it's a Lego Spaceman shirt.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, vintage spaceman.
Yeah, that's right.
Jeff, how are you, man?
Ooh. Yeah, Muzza just said
that's
that.
no good, Muzza.
Hope you're feeling all right.
I can see you must look marble goodness on top. So these are all old figures, by the way, guys. They've been out for ages, but like I said, I pre-ordered this stuff with Bulletproof Villain. The online store doesn't even exist anymore, and these all arrived sort of November last year, and then I moved. So it's been a long time coming. So there's Crocmaster and Fiona.
There's Crocmaster. That's a good one.
I just saw Phil's video. So I've got the exact place where that can be displayed and played with. And we've got some Transformer love, which is Soundwave.
Soundwave, yep. Oh, the Legacy Collection, yep. Are the Legacy Collection more like the original ones, Dan? Do you know, or you're not really?
Well, look at that. It's probably not. It looks a bit cheap and nasty, but
yeah.
But I tell you what, here we go. So here's the tax invoice. So prices in Australia for stuff like this. So this was $78.
Wow.
This was $64.
Gee.
This guy is $62 for that.
Wow.
And yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's a cassette. No, I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. But yeah, $64 for that piece of plastic. Spirit and Iron Knife was $43.
Hey, Dave.
And got a box of Star Wars.
What's got a box within a box?
Box within a box.
Crack it open.
Yeah, it's a crack it open. I think those Legacy Transformers, I got one because I used to like Skids, so I think I got a Skids one. It sounds bad, Skids, doesn't it? Like, you know.
G'day, Dave. VTR Dave's in the house.
Yeah, we flashed him up, gave him a hello while he was eating his yums.
I reckon
In his belly.
Mando one.
Mando wave.
There you go, Dean.
Oh, yeah.
Some vintage retros.
Look at that card. That's what you call
Yeah,
benters.
terrible, isn't it?
Oh, it's because of the thickness of them. They're just so thin.
Are you going to tear the sticker off, Ed?
Yep.
I actually have a
Let's go
second
away.
one because I didn't know I had this. So I'll probably open these.
Okay.
Or if you need any, mate, let me know. Because yeah, I already have a full set of these, but so I might open them.
There's been a lot of posts about how they ship these figures and just,
Look,
Yeah,
they're all
Yeah,
bents
it's pretty
inside.
ordinary.
well, like Andrew said, they're like paper thin.
Well, let's give Carl a bit of a shout out because Dan, if you ever buy anything from Carl, he actually gets if you buy something carded like that, he will get cardboard and he will make a bit of a I guess the slip so your card
On the
and
back
figure
wall.
will go up there and
Yeah.
it won't bend. It like he knows how to send your carded figures. So yeah, if you ever get anything, you can guarantee that there won't be like that. That's for sure.
That is good to know. Yeah, I've bought from guys on eBay before, like vintage figures, and yeah, sometimes they have like a card backing to keep it flat, and they wrap it in glad wrap. That keeps it quite secure as well. So.
Okay.
But yeah, the retro cards are pretty rubbish.
So
Anyway, we're moving on to this big boy.
another mega box.
This is a mega box.
Is it another proton pack?
Could be the wand.
No, it's definitely not the
Neutrino
one.
No, it's not the one.
It's definitely not the one for that. No.
Blatant advertising. Right,
Yeah.
right there.
Here's what I thought it is, though, so that's cool. We have one,
Oh, bit of Motu. Oh,
three.
is it more? 4? 3.
So these are obviously all the same, but I got a couple extras in
That's
case
what he's one, thank God.
any of the other boys need one.
Oh, this is the yeah,
Kelt,
Creations.
the he skeletal, yeah.
Skeletal Andrew. That's why that's familiar.
Yes, Matt bought me one. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, no, I knew that. I found that out after I'd already bought you one, mate, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He
Now
was
I've
going to
got
buy
two-
it. Yeah, you bought your one, Andrew. And I went, oh,
That's what happens when we don't talk to each other. So,
Sorry.
Shite happens, but yeah, it could be.
It's next
If I
giveaway.
get a few hundred subs, it could be a giveaway. There you go.
Giveaway. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's
is it a fire sale? Plain.
card.
They just could have done a little bit more with that figure. Andrew and I were looking at it, and we just thought with the there could have been bones there instead of the cross on his chest. Probably could have just done a little bit more, or made his head look a bit more like Keldar with a goatee or something.
Yeah,
tweaked it a little bit more instead of basically just a repaint. Anyway.
But as someone who doesn't know that much about about the characters in Motu, outside of the main heroes and villains, like what's the difference between say like Skeletor and Faker? You know what I mean? Isn't that like the villain?
Yeah. So Skeletor is from a. I'm going to say this wrong for sure, aren't I? It's like it's from a comic, maybe from about 2016.
Can you see behind the figure they have a comic?
Yeah.
So back in the day, they had characters which they never made in the vintage line, stuff like this, but they're in the comics or on the cartoon, and so that's where Origins have taken it that next step further with the Metal Creations. And start to release the figures that we never had in our childhood, if you want.
Yeah. So Skeletor was an alternate universe. In this comic, he was an alternate universe comic. And Keldor got the sword and became He-Man. So
I see.
He called himself Skeletor, yeah.
Okay, so it's not a villain within the same universe as He-Man.
No, so it's been an alternate universe one, yeah. Which is cool. A little bit of research on it. Well, yeah, that's very cool.
So
I like Spirit. Spirit's good.
That's awesome. I've got
Dan, is everything getting opened here, or is some stuff staying in package?
Look, we can open some stuff.
No. Sorry, mate. I'm not asking you to do it now. I'm just curious about what your plans were. No. You don't have to do it.
I hadn't thought that far because I did, like I said, what was in this box. I had a rough idea, but I didn't know everything because it's been so long since. Because it was.
Yeah, sorry, mate. I'm not putting you on the spot. I was more just what you planned to do.
Let me put into perspective when I ordered this, right? So this stuff was ordered last year, and I reckon it was about this time last year. And it took that long. Wow. It took till the end of the year because obviously the company has gone bust as well. They went broke and. But yeah, this was shipped out. So it was invoiced 2022. Sort of was it in the 10th month, October, 6th of October 2022 is when it was invoiced out to me. So they've been, but I pre-ordered all this stuff at the start of the year because, this sort of stuff here has been on the shelves in the States for ages. And this guy, at one stage, I even saw it in bloody Zing. That's how long it took to get here. It's pretty crazy. We'll give you a perspective. I ordered these probably 3 weeks ago, and that's how quick it came from the US to here.
Crazy.
That's nuts, you know what I mean? So, no wonder they went bust. I mean, I got a full case of stuff that I've had for at least 6 months. Because all these were from Mandalorian season 2, and we've just finished Mandalorian season 3. So it's crazy. But anyway,
he's rocking the backwards cap, Cecil, because we teased him about not having his blonde tips anymore, so he's put a cap on.
Yes, I'm no longer blonde at the moment, but it will return. It will come back.
It will come back.
Yeah, we're rocking Boss's hat at the moment. So.
There you go.
Bit of Boss Bounty love. Yeah.
It is crazy because we can't at the moment get the retro Indiana Jones figures. We can. Sorry, let me re-say that. We can't get the Marion and the Belloc figure for whatever reason that I can find in Australia. Like just in the shops, they seem to have all the other ones, the other 3 or 4. So I've had to go off to Big Bad Toy Store and order a Marion and Belloc, and they're already on their way. So they'll be probably here another week.
He looks very cheap.
Yeah, you just devalued that by $40 now.
What is this?
You just devalued it. Yeah.
Oh, it was more than 40, mate. It was, what was it? It was.
That's where I saw him.
$62. Look at that.
62. It's down to $20 now.
$22.
$62.
Once you take those ties off, it'll be $1.50.
Well, look, I'm not a massive Transformers
We've left
dude,
the 80s and
but I do like what I like. And yeah, Soundwave was one of the ones I loved as a kid.
Was it the voice? Because he sounded like a Cylon, didn't he?
Yeah, he did a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Cylon, but he had that cool cassette tapes. And like myself, Andrew, you probably rocked a boombox on your shoulder, walking around, and back in the day.
There you go, Ed. Ed, look, Ed. G'day.
Ooh,
how are you going, buddy?
Yeah, there you go. There's a G1 and there's a cheap, shitty one. So, anyway.
G1 and shitty one.
He's but yeah, he'll come out of his packaging just because I just wanted something to represent the fact that because he's got this gun thing that I don't think was on the original either.
Okay.
And he can't transform really. I think he's just for display purposes.
Yeah. No Marion Belloc, yep.
Your job is to try transform that by the end of the live stream.
Mate, I don't think it does.
Challenge.
Does it transform at all?
I don't know. Let's have a look at the instructions. But it doesn't turn into anything. It's supposed to turn into that.
Oh.
Well, that's not even a tape deck because no one
There
knows
you
what
go.
it is.
It's not even a real thing. It's not even what it's supposed to be. So there you go. Yes, disappointment plus of $62. There you go.
About the same.
There you go, Dan. Is that can you answer this question from Jeff? What's your opinion on that?
What would you say? It's easy to get vintage in AE. There is a lot more. I mean, not around me, but if I was in Adelaide, I could probably source a bit more vintage stuff. Again, I bought most of my vintage vehicles and stuff on eBay back in the day. But there is some in Adelaide. There's certainly some vintage toy shops where they have from time to time. Some of them beaters, but I never see anything like the last 17 figures or anything like that. The majority of murder bears or stormtroopers and things like that. But you can definitely find them, and I wouldn't say they're abundant though. But again, here because I'm sort of 3 hours from the city, and so I sort of got to take what I can get. Whereas, so online's an option, obviously, but South Australia's a land of vintage toys. East Coast is dry as a wooden horse. There you go.
Feels like
you got to get to where Matt and that go to. That's where all the toy goodness is.
Well, we got to go to South Australia.
Yep.
Yeah.
Road trip.
So our massive toy fair is the 3rd and 4th of June. So only a couple of weeks away. So I'm heading down there, but it's also Comic-Con at the same time. So what I could actually do, because at our Comic-Con, Emily Swallow will be there, so I should get that autographed.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you should.
So that only one toy fair per year there.
That's our biggest one. We do have several either side. So there was one about end of April, which is still big, but not. So the mega toy fair we have in June, that's a showground, and it feels like a couple of pavilions. It's pretty big.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty massive.
Why are we not going?
I'll definitely because I'm booked off for that. That's why I couldn't be with you guys. Sort of next for yours this week because things came in the way. But I'll definitely get down to Adelaide and take some footage and put a video up of that so you can have.
That'd be awesome.
Bit of a gander because like I said, the good thing about where it's located, Comic-Con's on one side of the showground and then the toy fair will be on the other, so I can get the best of both worlds in one day.
Yeah.
When are we moving to
Then
Texas?
toy show every first and last Saturday. Gosh.
I'd just be broke.
Yeah.
That's fantastic, but yeah, wow, I'd just be broke.
Well, Andrew and I have been watching a lot of Kane County. There's been a couple of other ones that we've been watching. I tell you what, I think if you decide to go to Kane County, you'd need thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
to
stuff that we never seen before. In our collecting, it's just we didn't even know this stuff sort of existed. And you see like a play set of something of a line, you go, when did they make that?
Yeah. Are you going to Canberra Con, Scotty?
Yeah.
Oh, mate, if I didn't know there was one on. I've been checking the dates and I haven't seen any news.
We could not find anything.
No. There's nothing on Canberra Con this year.
So sci-fi, if you happen to know if there's one going ahead, I mean, it's only a 3-hour, 2.5-hour drive. I'll go down in a heartbeat.
3-hour tour. Yeah, that'd be. So there's some markets you said, didn't you, Dean? There was some markets.
Didn't you send something that said it's cancelled until 2024?
That was the Brisbane one, but that
was the Brisbane one.
That web page was the same. It was the same company as the
same
Canberra
company,
one. And it said all cons are cancelled till next year. So if that's the same one Sci-Fi's talking about, there might be another one that got under the radar.
Of course, Pete. Dear. Yeah, traffic light and telephone booth. Those booths.
I found it.
Oh, you found it.
Beautiful.
Let's make Dean big.
Beautiful banter.
Keep holding it up, Dean. We're going to make you big. Yeah, it's a big hairy one, isn't it? Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
Are you sure that's not a guinea pig you just dressed up?
Some shells on for the horns.
Yeah, you can actually throw that often.
Yeah, it's nice. That was a good.
It's awesome.
You have to comb it though.
It's had many adventures.
You get your My Little Pony comb out.
But how cool is this? Like, that is awesome. Like, and it came in this humongous box. Like,
yeah,
I remember I think that was a Santa present. I think from memory, waking up and just finding.
I did buy that. I had that back in the 90s, boxed, and then I have got them loose now, but I did have the original box.
That's the box.
Yeah, I'll make Andrew big. There you go.
There you go.
There you go. That's
it. I still have the box. It's definitely not in that good a shape, but it's still around. But he's gonna go up on display soon, so got him out, get him ready.
What's the DFW?
Dallas Fort Worth.
Gee, you're good, Scott.
Oh, mate, listen, I watch a lot of those videos around that area, and Jeff, I definitely saw you in that video you're talking about, mate. So, yeah, man, Dallas Fort Worth, between toy fairs in the broader Texas state and the stores that are in Dallas Fort Worth, like Dallas Vintage Toys and all the other ones that we see in those videos, it definitely looks like if you were to do a trip to the States for the purpose of toy hunting, you'd have to either start or finish in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, at least from what I see. And Jeff, I definitely agree with you, mate. Toy hunting is awesome, but if you've got a nice little crew to do it with it just adds a whole nother level of awesomeness to the experience to be able to hang out and do that in a social environment. So 100% agree.
Definitely.
How do you say this name?
G'day,
Andrew, I'm going to leave this name with you. Got to say it properly too. Comment.
Me?
Look at the comment.
Comic can't?
Yeah, but you got to say it properly.
Oh,
Come on,
the
Andrew.
comment itself?
No, you got to go. You got to. This is how you say his name. You go comic.
Podcast.
You got to say it properly. G'day, Mark. You go on.
You go on.
G'day.
Just being an idiot. Scott, did you show your? That was your book you were going to show, weren't you?
I showed my book. Do you want me to show you what turned up for me today?
Yeah, show us what turned up.
So I love a bit of a mystery box. Andrew, I think you were on the chat today. I mentioned to Matt, like I had an eBay purchase that's like the equivalent of that $20 box that I picked up at the Canberra Toy Fair last year that had all those Robin Hood figures and and it had Princess of Power stuff, just had all sorts of stuff, had some Hook figures. So I picked up this lot. It was $15 on eBay, and it's just got an awesome mixed bag of items. So first up, I'll show you the item that I really wanted most in the lot. Like I would have paid $15 for this alone. So you guys know I'm really enjoying collecting Mighty Max. And if you watch my videos, you know that when I get into a line, I also like to pick up some knockoffs. And there is one of the more notable Mighty Max knockoffs is this weird looking dude called Sammy Steele. And I picked up this set. It's very knockoff, and it's called Sammy Steele. It's called Sammy Steele and the Dome of Doom. It's like a flying saucer with a clip so it can go on your belt buckle, and you can bring it with you when you're on the go and you go to your friend's house as a kid. But it came 100% complete with all the little figures and all the little creatures and all the things that clip into it.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome.
So, I mean, I'm stockpiling the Mighty Max sets, and I wanted to, I've been collecting the Body Wars, which I wouldn't say is a knockoff line because they're pretty damn awesome. But yeah, stoked to get a straight knockoff Mighty Max. Blind date. Well said. It can be indeed. So it came with that. It came with a Dino Riders commander figure with his weapons.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know if any of you guys are really going down the road of like once you get to, I think Series 2 of Dino Riders, they start to have some of these commander figures. And again, like I don't get really, I don't really collect for value, but this figure, if he had one more weapon's like $120 figure. So, to have that in there was a pretty sweet little bonus for my $15. It had another Mighty Max set, one of the little Dreadheads complete with the Max inside. And again, this is just another one that I needed for my collection.
Nice.
Mate, for $15. Great.
Another Mighty Max set.
Yeah.
Dino, it had one of the accessories for the Toon Turtles.
There you go.
Wow.
Who's that one for?
That's Leo.
Oh, nice.
And again, like I don't have any of the Toon Turtles, but when you pick them up, like often they're missing these. So, it had a Robin Hood figure.
Nice.
Dean, I'm assuming you've got that one already, mate.
Yeah, about 7 or 8 of them.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, nothing too rare here, but again, like
he's like in every bundle of figures you buy.
Oh, fully. And it also came with about 6 or 8 of these Micro Machines Power Rangers from 1994.
Oh,
nice.
Like again, I'm not a Power Rangers guy, but I mean, this was all for $15.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty good.
So.
that's a good steal, man.
Sure it is.
Yeah, got the Megazord, got the Goldar, I think that dude is. So, and again, like a lot of shit, like, you know, these Chat My, you know, special ops figures. And then just all the rest of the shit still floating around in the box, you know what I mean? Weapons and stuff that I've not identified. So I saw that on Monday. I saw that on Monday night, and I was just like, you know what? I've been eyeing off a couple of these Sammy Steele sets, and these go for like $50 just on their own. And it's like I can't justify that, but 15 all day.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the blind date that kept on giving.
That's right. A very generous and giving blind date is always nice. But Carl, I will say to you, mate, I do buy from the Bay. I'm just pleased, you know. I listen. I look forward to buying some gear from you at Collecticon as well. But no, I just mean like when it comes to, you know, the little knickknacks that we had as a kid. Sometimes it's nice to hold off and try to find them in the wild. But hey, listen, I don't go too long without jumping on eBay.
Vintage Yoda Cane.
Oh, Yoda Cane. No, unfortunately not, Mike. Unfortunately not.
That'd be nice.
So yeah, I was stoked with
an
that.
Endor blaster.
No Star Wars weapons, unfortunately.
Have you ever found one of your old toys in the wild? Is the question from Brooklyn.
What, like your own?
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
I guess
like
one that you used to have. I think.
Yeah, stuff I used to have. I have. I mean, like I've found. See, I didn't like. You know, I didn't have any. The toys that I had as a kid, none of them are what you would consider rare or hard to find now. It was like the first and second wave of action figure lines was the stuff that I had as a kid, and then you move on to something else. See, the thing with me is, as a kid, I never had the same. I was never really into the same toy line for like 3, 4, 5 years of my childhood. I was into Turtles for a couple of years. I was into wrestling for a couple of years. I flirted with Crash Dummies and Ring Raiders for a year. So the stuff that I had as a kid is really pretty easy to find now, and I've definitely found that stuff out in the wild.
What about you, Andrew? You found some of your old stuff in the wild?
Yeah, like a $6 million man with Trash and Treasure. An old lady had a box of dolls, and I got $6 million man, pretty good condition for $1.
Yep.
You know, I've gotten back most of my childhood toys that I had.
I found some Thunderbird vehicles that I had as a kid. Like a Vinnie's or a thrift shop type thing. And I think they were in a bag and they were $1, and I think there was 4 in there. So Thunderbird 1, 2, 5 and 6, I think, because Thunderbird 3 and 4 weren't in there. But yeah, they're $1, and again, they're somewhere at the moment. But yeah, that's
in the pile.
You can sometimes find stuff in the wild. I mean, I can even find stuff in the dump, for God's sake. So there you go.
Yeah, that's really wild.
Doesn't get much wilder than that.
What about you, Dino? You found a lot of. You're lucky. You got a dad that kept a lot.
Yeah, I had most of my toys. Something that I like found in the wild was the TMNT bed sheets I had when I was a kid. So they were the blue colored bed sheets. So I got the Duna from someone, and then I found a pillowcase that matches that. And then on another hunt, I found the actual fitted sheet. So I actually sort of completed that whole. And then I look at it and I'm like, it could be the one. This could be it.
Yeah.
But the turtles were yellow though, weren't they?
Were yellow?
Yeah. Because your kids' bed sheets.
That's a dad joke there.
Not pissing around here, Andrew. Come on.
Andrew, this is PG. That's right. We remember the Micronauts figures.
Yeah, got the Micronauts there. Pardon?
You had them, didn't you? Some of them.
Yeah, I got Micronauts there. Yeah. I had them. They're early 70s. Yeah.
100%, Jeff.
Yeah.
I'm just going through the comments. Sorry, crash dummies are great. Oh.
Well, yeah, Scotty's got a lot of crash dummies.
Yeah, love the crash dummies. I mean, I just, it's one of those lines where it was like literally designed for kids to destroy. So if you can put together a nice little crash dummies collection now, it's not an easy thing to do. That's crazy.
That's cool.
There you go. Oh, there you go. Thanks, Joe. That's all right.
Thanks, lot.
Andrew, I think you've got something. Didn't you pick something up from the shops today, my friend?
I did. Would
you like to share that with everybody?
Yes, share with the class.
Show and tell.
We'll make you now, these have already been out in the States, of course, but they only just hit Australia. And that's from the Flash film, the 89 Batmobile. So I thought I'd pop that open and show everyone, because there's a little thing with this. If anyone's been watching on these Batmobiles, apparently the canopy. Now, let me glasses back on. The canopy is a different color. So let's have a look.
And when are you going to get your wand?
That's a good question, Peter. I don't know.
With Pete, sometimes I don't know whether he's like wand or he's talking actually about your toy.
Yeah, that's it.
You're a bit cheeky.
All right. Oh, there's bits falling out of it.
Wow.
Now this is the biggest scale. So, like the Mattel's ones they did, these are McFarlane's done a 7-inch scale Batman, but I think this is more in scale to the 6-inch line, which is good because the other ones I've got for the 6-inch line, I've got the old 60s Batmobile, the Batman versus Superman Batmobile, the animated one.
Andrew's got Smash Up Derby, of course. Andrew's got it all.
So it is, if you can see the canopy's grey.
Yeah.
Different colour.
There's a lot of people. I mean, I'll put the wings in. I might as well put the wings in while I'm here.
Do you need some music?
There's one wing.
I do hope this movie's good, but
I think it right.
What did you say?
I think it will be, because from the trailers it looks pretty good. Right, so bear with me a second. There's one in. Yeah, I've dropped someone somewhere.
Where did you get that, Andrew?
I got that from Zing, the pop culture store. They just got them in today. I did pre-order it.
Yeah. Okay.
And make sure I've got the left one. There we go. So there we go. I've got the wings in. There we go. So it's a fair size. It's a fair size toy. There. So the canopy. Oh, it's got a little button, and the canopy goes forward.
Did they
Does it have sticky tape holding it in place, Andrew? Or?
There we go. The canopy slides open. It's got a little collector's card in it. Comes a little collector's card. So it's more in scale with, say, this is the 6-inch Batman. So because apparently the 7-inch Batman doesn't fit in properly. So I think the classic sort of the Batman sort of fits in a lot better. But anyway, that grey canopy, everybody's sort of been, you see on YouTube, they've been modifying it. So they've been spraying it to match the car. And I don't believe that McFarlane would make such a mistake. And in fact, the front of the turbine here is a bit of like a silver grey as well. Mm-hmm. But in the film, what I figured, why would they have it grey like that? Now, if you look at Batman Returns, he was speeding along and he came to like it was like two buildings that were sort of tight. So he hits the button, and the sides fly off, and it becomes the bat missile, which I've got up here. So it becomes the bat missile. Now, when it does that, it splits up the canopy. You see in the film, it splits up the canopy, and the canopy shrinks in. So what I think they're trying to say was that the canopy was no good. He would have had to replace the canopy, and he mightn't have had time to. He might have retired or whatever, and he hasn't sprayed the canopy the black. You know, so yeah, so it might be grey in the film. So all these people have run off and gone, oh, the canopy's grey. It looks stupid, and then you see the film, and I bet you the canopy's grey in the film.
Yeah.
He
doesn't have the fun.
I don't believe that that's silly that they'd make it, grey by mistake. I think because as soon as someone in who made it, they go, hang on, that canopy's not right. People are going to complain. But I reckon it'll be interesting to see if my theory's right, if it's actually in the film. But
is it just
one? I really like this one for that scale. So it blends into the Mattel ones and the and things like that. So it's obviously a little bit bigger than the Kenner ones. So but it's good with the bigger scale.
It's an awesome beast.
Yeah, it's pretty light. Yeah. There's nothing sort of it. It's got sort of rubber wheels there and that, but it still looks pretty awesome though.
For sure.
Yeah. So I haven't got the Batman yet to sort of sit in with them. I was after a 6-inch Batman, 89 Batman, but they go for quite a bit of money. Around about $230 to get a.
Wow.
Yeah, because when Mattel made their Batmans, they're all 6-inch. And then when McFarlane took over, he was quite proud of saying that, oh, mine is 7-inch, and that was a bit of like stuff you to Mattel.
Yeah,
it's sort of like sticking it up Mattel, going mine, so they won't fit into your line, So it's like he's really sort of stamping. Are you going to get the Batwing? I won't get the. They've done a couple of different versions of the Batwing. They've done a cheaper version, and there's an expensive one. That's going for like 440 Australian.
Yeah, wow. You want the Spin Master one, don't you?
Yeah, the Spin Master one is the cheaper one. Yeah. And so I'll probably get that one because the Spin Master one will actually probably be more line with.
We're not going there tonight. But believe me, he does have a theory.
Yeah. We actually did Scotty's book for that.
Master will probably be more in line with in that scale.
I want to hear this theory now.
Yeah, that's it. You know what your theory on UFOs are, Andrew?
My theory on UFOs? Yeah. well, let's actually, if you want to know, the top UFO story out was one that landed in Australia, in Melbourne, back in the 60s. And it's the most renowned UFO story that landed, and the little blokes got out because the whole school came out and saw it. And when it
just the other week.
Yeah, and when it took off, like they within so many hours, the sort of like CIA or whatever came and took everyone's cameras except for one guy. He hid it, and he's actually got a photo of it taking off and actually going up. And they were told not to say anything about it for years and years and years. And it came out on the Netflix series, the UFO series on Netflix. And anyway, the principal came out and spoke, and he said, well, if it was bullshit, then why did he get a phone call from the president the next day? He got a phone call from the president of the United States wanting to know what happened, and he had a photo of it. It's amazing.
So in the documentary thing I saw last week, there was two girls they were interviewing who were at the school at the time, school kids, and they're in their 60s now, obviously. And one of them actually has a photo of her standing in a burnt ring in the Oval.
Okay.
A photo of it, yeah.
Where it landed, jeez.
Where it landed, yeah.
Yeah, so amazing. But
a few bits of evidence around on that theory, so.
Yeah, but another Australian first to have the top UFO story.
Well, that and Wolf Creek, mate.
Yeah. Only because it was witnessed by all the school. The whole school came out and saw it.
And the teachers as well, yeah.
And the teachers as well, yeah. And it was officially recorded. So totally amazing.
Yeah, Irish, isn't it, Buzzer?
Yeah.
Truth is out there. It's Andrew's other channel.
Yeah, that's right.
We've got a lot of channels.
Watch my UFO autopsies. It's just a cat and painted silver.
Yes. Have you got anything to show, Andrew?
Yeah. Andrew.
And
Matt.
Yeah. You, Matt.
What's Pete saying now? Oh, God, Pete.
And then you wiped the foggy glass mirror, and it was you.
Well, I got this. This came, and I was a bit surprised. It's actually from the Taylors. I don't know who the Taylors are. Who are the Taylors? I've got no idea what this is actually. I guess I better make myself big now. Should I?
Don't get too excited. It's just a little.
No, I know. But
it's a get well pack.
Yeah, no, I thought it might have been when I thought about it. I thought, you know what, that's right up your alley. I just thought, I wasn't obviously not expecting anything from anybody, so and all of a sudden I received something from you, and I'm like, oh, this is interesting. And look at there's all these.
Is that the knife you're going under the mine?
Oh my God! Well, I can see some Lego in there. Ooh, some Creator Lego. This is while I'm sitting there at home recovering. I guess is it?
That's it.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate this, Dean and Sarah. I know Sarah, or you'll thank Sarah for me, right? You?
Yeah, she's a.
I've got a couple of sticker books to keep me entertained.
Oh, that's awesome!
And what's this one behind it? I don't know what that is. That is a crossword. Sweet, but crossword. There's a note from Lincoln. I love it. I got some creator Lego.
There you go. Start a new life.
Beautiful.
He looks like a Shogun warrior, doesn't he?
He does, like a Mazinga, robot.
Yeah, he does very much like a Shogun warrior.
Yeah, I should do a challenge. I'll do a Lego challenge. I got some goodies. Looks like I got some stuff to chow down on while I'm recovering there. Some Slimer goo, and I've got some socks because it's starting to get cold. So I need some Transformers more than Mitsubishi. And did you lose a Star Wars figure?
You're starting a new life.
I don't have any power of the Force until now. So,
I have to think. What doesn't he have? What doesn't?
I won't read this now, but there's a card. I appreciate that. It's a beautiful gesture. Thank you very much, Dino.
No, you're welcome.
I appreciate
you're welcome.
That.
Well done, guys.
And thank you very much, Sarah and Lincoln.
Yeah. Good on you guys. That's awesome.
That was me. I do have a toy. I do have something that came yesterday. Everyone knows I love Ray Harryhausen too. So I've got this. This is from Japan. It's from a company called Reveltech, and it's from Jason and the Argonauts, one of the skeletons. And it's really good. This is See, I need to stop doing my channel and do more stop motion, because this is apparently it's really well articulated for stop motion. I've seen people do some stop motion around this skeleton. But yeah, that's it basically. You can get a few accessories, a couple of shields, a couple of sword and a spear, and a bit of a diorama to go with it, a couple of spare heads. So I am going to crack that open and have a play, because I'm a big baby.
That's cool.
Cool. That's for your new display, isn't it?
My new display, yeah, that's it. The diorama. It's going to go perfect in there. Like that will just put that against that backdrop that Muzzer built me, and it'll look amazing. Yeah, we're having a play with that on the weekend too, weren't we, Andrew?
Yeah, and with Wally.
Yeah, and Wally. We went a bit nuts.
Yeah, Sunny Fresh is in the chat in WA. How are you, mate?
Ah, g'day. Yeah, Sunny. Yeah.
Hey, Sunny.
German in WA.
Yeah. How long have you been out here now, Sonny? It must be at least 12 months. Hope you're finding it well. Hope Ryan's looking after you out there. Ryan and Enzo and Tony.
Enjoying the sun.
Enjoying the sun, yeah.
Sci-Fi said, yeah. No. We need some of those grippy socks slip over. Almost 9 months.
9 months, wow, yeah. G'day, Simon.
Cool.
Hey, Simon.
G'day, Simon.
But I'm going to open this one for Scott, because I know Scott, he has that's not really, all this isn't really Scott's doing. So this one, everyone's seen, I guess Sis had a video recently for his birthday, and he got a bunch of figures, and he said, these are spare. So I reached out to Sis and I went, if they're spare, would they be up for sale, my friend? And he's like, yes, they are. So I bought these couple of figures from Sis. And actually, that's the wrong one.
Sure, open it now. Come on.
Well, actually, this would be good for Scott and Dean as well, because this is right up there, Ali. This is actually from Owen. I spied this at the Newcastle Toy Fair, and I'm sick of trying to grab parts for this bloody figure, so I just got a complete. It's April.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got I'm not sure. I think it's the first one. But even so, she's got all her accessories and the stars there too. Yeah, nice. So, yeah, it's all the parts. And so I just messaged Owen and said, is that still there? And he said, yes. So I bought it.
Get a nostalgia
bonus. Nice.
Oh,
how's the timing?
Bloody good timing, mate. Well, I'm just telling the story, Sis, about the how on your birthday video you had a few extra figures, and I thought I'd reached out to you and said, "Oh, are those figures for sale?" And you've gone, "Yeah, they are." So I thought I would take them off your hands, and I'm trying to open this box. Can we play some music or go to a commercial break or something? Or bloody
let's hope the surgeon's knife skills are a touch better than yours, Matt.
I'll tell you what, I bloody hope so. All right. So the first one is, here we go, Brutai.
Oh, very nice.
Hasbro goodness. We got Brutai. What series is he from, Scotty?
Well, I'm bad, mate. I can't remember. It's the second version of Brutus, though.
It is.
So that's the later version.
Yeah, it is. So
and the one you definitely see that one a lot less than you do the one with the pink tights and
correct. Yeah. So that's excellent. And then I just bought now. I think, Scott, you gave me a Shawn Michaels from the Rockers. However, remember his arm was bung.
Yeah.
And guess what? Yay! See?
Oh, nice.
He gave me a real good one. Yeah, he's got his left arm. I think it was his left arm.
Oh, good stuff.
So I've got
that one I sent you, Matt, was always going to be a placeholder. I just thought it was better in your collection than mine. So
yeah, and look at this. The pass outs.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Look at that. Well, look at her. This is the we're gonna have to watch his channel, but like, isn't there a more adulty version of this cover too?
Yeah, I believe there is.
Yeah.
That's definitely how I remember Princess Leia.
I got the PG version, and he's given me a couple of stickers as well. So the pass out stickers, another PG version of Princess Leia there. But yeah, that's really cool, Sis. I love that. I'm gonna definitely give that a listen. That's Sis rocking the guitar on the back there. Look at that.
Brilliant.
Ooh, love it.
Wicked.
Thank you very much, everybody. That was awesome.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Phil, definitely the better Brutus. A massive improvement on that first one. Apart from the fact, I mean, the head sculpt's the same, but just a way better body, way better paint application, way better paint deco. So,
yeah, he's Does he come with accessories like?
Yeah, he does.
Yep. Like clippers.
He comes with. I think he comes with orange shears. I think the first version came with black shears.
Yep. Okay, yeah. So
something to keep an eye out for.
Okay, it's exclusive for the vinyl.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And
you saw that? Where do you sell that size?
Normally, yeah, I don't know. Sis, do you sell it just at the toy show, or can someone I guess someone can contact you, Sis? And
I like vinyl. Vinyl's good. I like it a lot.
Yeah, Sis Dog's definitely a man of many talents.
But there's a few people. I have to say though, like I know Ryan's in a band, and there's quite a few. And like I know Dino from All Things 80s, right? Dan,
my intro music is created by Dean. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. So there's quite a few people out there that got a couple of double talents, for sure. Not just
plus
they're
all
not
the
just
artists we have in the community as well.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my they're my pickups.
done.
Yeah.
But you can buy toy shows
and on Bandcamp or just DM. Okay,
cool. That's good to know, man. And what sort of music is it? Metal?
Yeah, rock music. Yeah.
Isn't Sis in a cover band for? I'm going to get
a tribute band for Pearl Jam.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it.
Thanks, Scotty, for the cover. Yeah, it just completely went blank. I knew it was a cover band.
Yes, so Ryan's in the band as well. Lazarus Awakens.
Where do you get your music, Ryan? Or where can we get your music?
Lazarus Awakened. Message Ryan and he'll give you a CD.
90s melodic rock. That's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, have a CD.
Right on.
Nice.
Oh, look, there you go. Peter once had a rubber band.
Get on your feet.
I love Pete's 50. He's got the old dad jokes as well. I love it. There you go. And Mike's other talent, drinking cups of coffee.
It's on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music. Okay, cool. I'll have to go and check that out.
Everywhere.
It was a bit actually. Sis, what were we watching last night, Andrew? It was a guy he's from New Zealand. He's called Wrestling Collectibles New Zealand, I think he was. Anyway, he went to Lobo's and he was just obviously blown away by Lobo's. And then all of a sudden he automatically went cut off to the same wrestling match that Sis was at with
the same show.
Yeah, the same show.
Video as well. And you could see Sis Dog in it.
Yeah. It's just weird. Have you seen that guy too? Yeah. Have you seen that video too, Scott?
Yeah, because I think after Sis Dog did a video at Lobo's, I think I just jumped on YouTube and just started searching for other Lobo's collectibles videos I hadn't seen before, and that one popped up, and it was around the similar time to when Matt Cardona was there, and I just thought I'd give it a watch. So yeah, I know exactly the video you're talking about. Yeah, and an NZ wrestling figure collector. Yeah,
Correct. Yeah. Cool. There you go. Okay.
It was awesome.
Thank you. YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music, and heavy metal, which just doesn't. Yeah, that's incredible. Heavy metal music. You know, I'm going to have to go and check that out.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you heard of it? Any guys? Have you watched Ryan's stuff?
No, I haven't. I didn't even know he did music until just now.
No, I knew he did. I knew Ryan did music, but yeah, I haven't sussed it out on Spotify or anything. But I wasn't sure of the name of his band, so I have to have a look.
Mm.
I can convince my wife that new toy is something I've had for years.
Definitely a talent.
How can she spot anything in that room of yours, those Dino? Like, it'd be easy to convince her, I think.
He has a pretty substantial basement, this old Dino. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, all right.
Good luck with the packing, mate. And yeah, I'll chat to you later in the week. Keep in touch.
So if there is a Canberra Toy Fair, like you mentioned earlier, and I'm missing it, definitely send us a message on Instagram or definitely let one of the boys know, because I'd hate to miss it. I hate to not go down there and then see something on social media and it was a weekend where I was just sitting on my ass. So
yeah, that was a good toy show.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you guys know of anything that's happening in September yet in Sydney?
Yeah, there's a Collecticon in September, I believe.
Yeah.
Is it Campbelltown?
No, I think November's Campbelltown.
November's Campbelltown?
Hang on, let me just double check.
I think it's August or September.
I don't know the wrestling figures.
Penrith.
What's that?
Penrith.
Yeah, 17th. Sorry, Dean, did you just say that date? Sorry.
No. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, 17th of September, Penrith, 29th of October, Campbelltown, and 26th of November, Penrith. So, yeah, there's definitely a September date. In fact, Sizdog, I was chatting with him. He was planning on getting up to Sydney for one of those weekends.
Oh, yeah, nice.
You're going to have to make you're going to have to get up there for September then, Mr. Dean.
Definitely, because I've got I've got to be back in Orange in September, so that's my planned road trip for this year. So September, we can go and hang out in Penrith.
Great place.
Cool.
That'd be awesome.
And when did Sis say he was coming? Hopefully, fingers crossed.
I'm not too sure. I think he might have mentioned September. I'm not 100%, but I was definitely chatting with him and let him know that there's those 3 shows there within 3 months. So at least one of those he's going to aim for. But September would be awesome. In fact, I think it was September because I said, if you're going to do one, you want to do Penrith. Penrith's bigger than Campbelltown, so I think he was planning September.
3 halls of toy goodness. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's get everyone.
Pete's going. Okay, Pete, thanks. He's out of here. He's
going Matt, are you anticipating that you'll be mobile by September or no?
That would be. Is it the end of September? Yeah.
It's the second half of September.
Yeah, I think it'd be about 4 to 6 weeks recovery from that. So I feel that I should be all right.
Yeah, we're talking 4 months and a week kind of thing from tomorrow. So seems realistic, but I don't know. I've not had the procedure, so I can't say.
Oh, well, yeah, because I've got the knee replacement in August. So then I've got to recover from that crap as well. So,
okay. So maybe not.
We can push you around in a wheelchair and then you can hold everything.
We can get your mobility scooter and just pile it up, hang bags off it.
That's it.
Those ones where you can just they got the wheels and you walk with one leg and you put your knee up, so you kind of up like that.
It's like a skateboard.
Yeah,
it's like a scooter.
Yeah, like a scooter. I could get one of those.
Yeah, there you go.
Everyone would get out of my way, wouldn't they?
You get in first, don't you, if you're in a wheelchair? So
Yeah. I might batter my eyelids at Amy and go, Amy, please let me in. I've got a sore knee.
And you've got like 8 minders. We all need to get in.
I've got Andrew, I've got Scott, I've got Dan, I've got Dean. I've got
It'll be a congregation around you, so nobody can hit you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm only going to use him as a battering ram to get everyone else out of the way. So.
Andrew. Andrew will just he'll take me and he'll just ram everyone out of the way so he can get to the toys first. That's all Andrew.
Get up the other end, yeah.
I just saw Shabby in the chat. G'day, Shabby.
Yeah, Shabby's in there. Yeah,
hey, Shabby.
Does anyone collect lunch boxes?
I have got a couple.
I wanted to show one I got that I haven't shared yet.
Go for it.
Just wait a sec. I'll make you big, Dean.
Oh, small soldiers. Cool.
Ooh, beautiful.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is cool.
And his friend.
Oh, it comes.
Oh, that's very cool.
Thermos too.
Yeah, Dean, I'm definitely partial to a lunchbox, mate, and that's a beauty.
Yeah. Small soldiers is a line that I'm only just one figure. Which way am I? That's over there somewhere. No, that side. They're in there. So I'm after one more figure to finish that wave. But when that came up complete, I was just like, yeah, I'm having that. That's my first lunchbox.
So what we've got you there? So you've got predominantly knives and stuff behind you, Dean. So Street Sharks, Ghostbusters,
Street Sharks, tiny bit of Ghostbusters, Terminator, mostly 2-2, bit of Bucky, Buck Mice, Robin Hood, Simpsons, Star Trek.
Very eclectic.
Gladiators.
Black hole lunchbox, excellent.
What's down underneath your Street Sharks there? What's that one?
Oh, wait a second.
That's that whole cabinet. I'll just do this. That whole cabinet is Street Sharks, including some extreme dinosaurs.
Yep.
But it also goes above too because they're so big. I just can't fit them in. So I need three more figures to finish that line.
Wicked.
Yeah,
I've got a few Street Sharks. Yep.
They're awesome. There's something I started collecting before they just went crazy. Like I was just picking them up here for like 5-6 years, and then prices just started going like
through the roof, like everything else. Yeah.
And now they've gone quiet.
Yeah. So have they gone quiet again? Have they?
Yeah. You don't find them at the conventions that much, and any that you find are just like rubbish. They're just ripped, or you have rocks. Someone chops his hair off.
Some kid's giving him a haircut.
But the only other thing I wanted to show today was he's not complete, but I did put him on my Instagram. But I just love the crossover.
Oh yeah,
And the Star Trek one. Yeah.
Nice.
And
that was a good one. Yeah, if you like, I know Scott's got some of the Universal monsters, and you have too. And these crossovers are really good.
Yeah.
And
They did a great job with the crossovers.
I can't believe they had Star Wars lined up, and it didn't happen.
Really? Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
So what year do those ones come out?
This actual one, this was 94.
Right.
So they did all of them. I only have so this is Captain Leo, and then I've got Raphael, which is the medical Dr. McCoy figure.
So in the 90s, were they still made by Playmobil?
Yeah, so Playmates had both those lines. So they had Turtles and the Star Trek line. So they were, from documentaries and things that I've checked, they were in talks with Kenner at the time to do a crossover.
And then Kenner was sold to Hasbro, and that was shit can probably.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, I was watching, I think I was watching one of Luke's videos today, and it's masks in there, and it's Kenner, and Kenner had Star Wars. It blows my mind. I wonder how they went out of business. Like, they had so many good toy lines, and they didn't make it. Basically, they got bought out by Hasbro. Like, does anyone know the backstory there? Like, that can enlighten me on why Kenner went out of business?
Not really. Yeah, because I mean, like the first line of Power of the Force was still Kenner branding, and they were still bought out by Kenner, and then Hasbro took them over when they pretty much sort of changed to the orange card line.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if they were failing. They might have just got a, an offer they couldn't refuse, sort of thing.
Yeah. True.
They companies take over companies, and yeah.
Well, I
think
guess
in that Netflix, the Toys That Made Us, it definitely talks about the changeover to Hasbro, and I think Andrew's right. I think it was just an offer made that couldn't be refused.
Yeah, and it was just an eventual thing too. They didn't they kept the company there for a while and slowly got rid of the employees, and the brand slowly disappeared, didn't it? It wasn't just it was gone overnight, as far as I'm aware.
Because it was quiet time with Star Wars. There was no movies coming out. So they're bringing the figures back, but there was no movie. And they all, yeah. So,
it was the dark days of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Up until 95, all we had was bloody Bendhams.
Bendhams, yeah. They were 50 cents each or something, and still nobody would buy them.
Or you might find a knockoff, alien figure in some $2 store or Cheapest Chips or something like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, pretty much the days of the plastic fantastic Star Wars was out the window. So.
My brother found a bunch of those bendies in his roof recently, and he pulled them down. He goes, "Oh, Matt, can you check the prices? These must be worth something." I went, "Yeah, no, they weren't worth anything."
They're still not. They're only worth 50 cents still.
Oh dear. Did you
Bendhams, mate. I've been to the hard and strong. Deep strong.
Ed5 knows all about Bendham.
Oh damn. Did you want to start wrapping up, Dan, at all? Or
yeah, I mean, definitely. Unless there's anything else that anyone else wants to show or talk about, what's coming up in the future. I know you're out of action for a while, so
yeah. Dean's working hard. We'll go around the room. Dean, what are you up to?
Playing Star Wars.
Playing with your Star Wars figures.
Got a little bit of a hunting weekend coming up along the Collecticon weekend, so I'm going to make the most of that. Hopefully not break the bank. Besides that, I've just been really working on the toy room here, trying to get the Star Wars display set up, and yeah, I'll need another room tour video done if anyone's free.
Part two.
Scotty's domain.
We can do it.
Have you ever thought about doing your own channel, Dean?
I have, and I feel like I'm gaining a lot of confidence just coming on with you guys.
Oh, that's great.
Here and there, and getting used to it all. But it's still definitely on my cards. So yeah.
Well, if you ever did, awesome. Dina, you know that you can count on any one of us to come on. It's always easy if you've got company as well.
Definitely.
Until you get used to it. So
appreciate it, fellas.
Yeah, sure. That's it.
Scotty, what are you up to?
It's good to be able to see your collection behind you as well. That's fantastic, you know what I mean?
Oh, it's an awesome.
I know that it's a work in progress for you, like it is for everyone. So
always is, yeah.
So if you haven't, Scott has done a tour of my room, Ed. If you
okay,
if you check it out.
Check that out. Yeah,
yeah. Like Matt said, it is a bit eclectic now, so I'm trying to really focus to sort of complete some of those lines. They've only got 1 or 2 figures missing from a few of the lines, but in front of me, is my bookcases of retro video games. So I'm passionate about that as well. Yeah.
I'll let you know as well, Matt. I did find something today which we've been talking about. Which is
the book of what's that? The book of the bloody hell. It's Charmed, isn't it?
That's what it is. Yep. Book of Shadow, DVDs. Fine.
I was going to say she's coming out.
Yeah. We were talking about that. So I've got two signatures in here, and the fourth one, I didn't have this book at that time, so that's just on a photo. But yeah, if I can get Alyssa Milano, then that's that'll be awesome. So
Well, she's at Sydney and
well,
in June, June or July.
June,
Yeah.
just for Supernova. Is anyone interested in going to Supernova?
I'll be going for sure. Like Kevin Eastman's going to be there. I definitely want to meet him.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll send you this, Dean, and you can go get an autograph for me, please.
Send it over.
Send it over.
But yeah, no, I love going there and just having a bit of fun. There is some vintage there, not a great deal, but you do find a little thing here and there.
Are tickets on sale yet, Dean?
Yeah, I think 2 days ago. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's not coming to South Australia. So that's why when I heard about it, I dug it out. I dug this out, and I thought, yeah, I've got to get that 4 signature. So
I think she's Western Australia, but I think she's doing Sydney and Perth.
Cool.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Scotty or Andrew, are you guys going to go?
Oh, I could definitely be persuaded to go for sure. I've never been to a Supernova before. So yeah, I mean, I could give it a run. Andrew, are you keen or?
I've been with Matt to one, haven't we? We've been there, and it all depends who's there to get autographs off and that. And I mean, to get the toys are a bit more expensive. They seem to be when they're there, but it is fun to see all the cosplayers and things like that.
Yeah.
Is the autographs and the meet and greets kind of the main thing, would you say? Like if there's no one there that I know Kevin Eastman's there, that'd be pretty special. Yeah. Would you say it's mainly for the meet and greets and autographs? Like if
they do a lot of workshops and also guest panels type things. So they're talking about different media and stuff that they're in, or different shows, or talking about movies that they've been in before. I've been to several Supernovas. I'm going. So ours is in November over here, and I'm still tossing up at the moment because Katie Sackhoff's going to be there to get this signed or get the Hot Toy signed. So yeah, Bo-Katan will be there. So yeah, it'll be either the helmet getting signed or her Hot Toy. So
yeah, so I know like Star Wars do like a booth and Marvel do a booth for like the big movies out. As Carl says, like Carl will be there, Tony B was there last time, so they had a big booth. And you will pick up about three or four vendors I noticed that are at CollectorCon Penrith are there. So there is that tiny bit, but yeah, it's a good day out. There's a lot of cosplaying from people.
Yeah.
Look, and time just goes so quick when you're there as well, because there's just so much to see and take in. And
you'll have some fun, Scott, if you go, for sure.
So yeah, I might do.
Last year was Sam Jones or Flash Gordon. Yeah. So I got this signed as well as his pop, Flash Gordon pop. But yeah, I love them. I love just going to interact with people and see again the cosplayers. The cosplayers are awesome.
Yeah,
to get along to it. They put so much effort into it.
And the wrestling,
wrestle. So they have over here they have a jousting ring as well. So they have medieval sort of knights and stuff fighting and things like that.
Nice.
There's also an artist alley, and some of the art that's down there is just mind blowing as well. Like, and not just artists doing art, but also, there's been comic book artists there, as well as people that sort of are writing novels or comics and things like that as well. So there's so much to do. It's generally a 2-day event.
Yep.
If I go, I get a 2-day pass just so I can get my autographs sort of one day and then spend time looking at everything else the next day type thing. Because
Does it sell out, or can you kind of make a call during the week and just go along for one day? Or do you really need to have your ass into gear and get tickets well in?
I don't know what Sydney would be like it, but I've never heard of it selling out type thing like this, because they're generally in massive areas as well. So
yeah,
I mean, it would have been probably more. I mean, they can during COVID and stuff, but yeah.
Have you got tickets already, Dean?
No, I haven't got them yet. So I usually wait till they announce the second wave of people.
Okay.
Usually you get a few more. I'm hoping Boba Fett will be there because he's kind of done all the others now. So I'm hoping he'll be there at this one. And yeah, who knows? But I've never heard of it selling out.
Okay.
But if you do want to meet someone and it's big, I've waited in line 2 hours sometimes.
That's what Simon's saying here. He waited 4 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. So get in early and you can buy VIP tickets, which are like $200.
I do. That's what I do. I like to avoid the lines and just get at the front, and because especially when I had like the opportunity to meet Stan Lee and get his autograph and things like that. You know what I mean? So just
his line went out the door at Sydney, and it's at Olympic Park in the Dome, so it's that whole area. But
right. I've been there for concerts. Yeah.
Stan Lee stayed well past the 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock end of the day, so he made sure that he met everyone that was there.
Incredible.
And pretty much because it was November when he was here, and it wasn't long after that he passed. So sort of November Supernova, he was pretty much, and he was pretty frail. You couldn't touch him. You couldn't really go near him.
Yeah.
If you're doing the photo opportunity, because he was sick. But yeah.
But saying that, if you do want photos of people, they're a lot faster. They're in bang. You don't get that time to chat with them.
I wonder what if you got to get in early for Alyssa Milano.
There you go, Dino.
Probably
this
not.
Is for you, mate. That's Flash.
The big boy, isn't he?
He is.
Huge.
Top
ex-NFLs, I guess.
And then I also got to meet Kyle Reese.
Oh yeah, I got him last in Sydney. Same. He must have done the rounds.
Yeah. So
like
Michael Lee. Oh no! How cool was that gun? So someone in front of me was cosplaying. I said, "Can I hold your gun, man?" Well, I have my photo, so I grabbed his gun. But what was cool about it was when it flashed, it showed up how many rounds are actually in the gun as well, which is cool. So
cool.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Good job. Yeah,
Yes.
I lean towards the photos more these days than the autograph.
Yeah,
just because it has more memorabilia to it than.
Well, again, I sort of do a bit of everything because So this photo, for example,
Night Ryan.
I couldn't work out which one I wanted, right? So I had to have some Terminator love. This photo was unique, and he told a backstory about it because this was a promo shot when they're having a meal break, and you can see over here you got Linda Hamilton sitting with some guy with no shirt on, like just some random dude sitting down.
That's awesome.
Pretty funny, yeah. So he's just sitting there, no shirt, and there's Linda Hamilton just laughing.
That's great.
Yeah, that was a cool experience. Yeah.
While you're big, Dan, what's coming up on your channel? What are you planning?
Well, we have a live stream again next Wednesday night. So we're doing a night with PGM, so Peter McKinnon, and we're doing 5 favorite movies or TV shows when you're growing up. And of course, there's yourself and Scotty in the group as well, but there's also some Kiwi boys. There's going to be 9 of us in total, and it should be a great stream. So same time, sort of next Wednesday night. Come along and we'll have some laughs and talk movies and TV shows from growing up as a kid type thing. So
And showing more toys.
and show some more toys, of course. Yeah. I'll always want
Show
something
toys
else.
whenever we can. And Andrew?
Well, that's if you recover enough.
Yeah. Oh,
Are
well,
you going to be joining us for that one, Matt?
I don't know. I'll see how I go. Just see how I am. I'm taking day by day, so we'll see how
Fair
I feel. And Andrew, what have you been up to? What are you planning to do? More Instagram.
Well,
Leave Wally alone.
Leave Wally alone. Yeah, well, I just did this unboxing video with this guy who wears a beanie the other weekend.
Well, see, that's something I can do. I can edit some videos while I'm sitting on the lounge. I've got when there was this really long-haired guy with a beard. He came up and barged into my room as I was unboxing, and so I'll have to put that one out as well. That was good. And then there was a visit by Dickie Nee. I don't know if anyone remembers Dickie Nee.
Yeah, that's right. I did the
He came and visited me too. So
Yeah. Brilliant. So you've had some hey at Saturday Love in the toy room.
Yeah. Spent the weekend mucking around.
That's fantastic.
So are we? So is that? Are we going to see that Matt's Mail video?
yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. I'll just I'll probably get bored sitting around doing nothing, so I'll just get the computer and I'll probably edit some videos.
Oh, mate, I look forward to it. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun. Like you watch them and they're just just it's good laugh. Like when you were there, when Andrew was there, it's good to have a laugh while you're opening a few boxes. So it's
For
really
sure.
Good night,
kind
Mike.
of smiling.
Yeah, Mike's off it.
See you, Mike.
Have a great night,
Hello.
Mike.
Thanks for hanging
Yeah,
out, mate.
it's getting too late. We're gonna have to wind it up too. I think we hit the
We're
pretty much
almost
the
2
hour.
hours anyway, so
Yeah, so
it's all good.
we'll let you sign out, Dan. We'll let you do the sign off to everyone.
Did Scott have anything come up in his channel?
Oh yes.
Oh, mate, I'm always trying to work on a video or two. I'm really just looking forward to the toy hunting weekend with Dean and the other guys at the end of the month. Between now and then, I'm going to try and get at least one, if not a couple more videos out before then, and then I'll be at Collecticon with Dean, and there'll be a video around that too. So yeah, there's things happening, mate. But yeah, just the usual sort of stuff.
Are you going to be filming Penrith or?
Yeah, I'll film Penrith.
Yeah.
Thanks, mother.
Yeah, I'll film Penrith.
Are you going to do any filming while you're there, Dean, to chuck in the Scotty video, or not really?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might do some. I'd like to do a little bit.
It'd be good if we can get your perspective or what you're looking for as well. You know what I mean? Chuck it in Scotty's video, and it's all good.
Oh, mate, look, I wouldn't want to put Dean to work on my behalf, but I'd love to see some maybe some stories or some reels of some stuff for the Taylor's Instagram from Collecticon.
Yeah,
That's it.
Definitely,
That's it.
Definitely.
And Andrew will be doing some recording too.
After I've run around like an idiot, I might slow down and film.
Well, Scott's the official now. I think Scott is the official videographer for Collecticon Penrith. So
I don't know about that, but it was nice that Collecticon gave me some love. I appreciated that.
Brilliant. That's fantastic.
That was awesome.
But
Looking forward to
what
it.
we do this week as well is I might do some
Thanks,
Instagram
Simon.
stuff myself and take some photos of this down
Thanks,
by the
Simon.
water, and he can ambush this guy, for example.
Awesome.
Yeah, do some Instagram photos.
Yeah, that's it.
Do some Instagram love.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. Well, I guess we'll call it a day and sign out. Thanks everyone, Dean, Scotty, Andrew, and Matt for coming. Good luck. All
Thanks
our
for
best
having us.
to you, mate, for
having me.
tomorrow when you go under the knife. That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Oh,
Yeah.
fine.
I got the scalpel here for you, Matt.
Scalpel.
Very good.
And thanks to everyone in the chat. Please like, subscribe if you haven't already. thanks for coming. Also, please like and subscribe on Keep On Collecting channel. Because it's simulcast on their channel as well as here.
Double simulcast tonight.
We're streaming all across Australia in high definition surround sound, Dolby quadraphonic sound. Here we are.
We're all holding up a toy as we go.
Good night, guys.
Go check out Totally Taylor Retro Hunters on Instagram as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'll stick out that link in the chat for Totally Taylor's Retro. Check out their Instagram and give them a like and sub as well.
Thank you,
anyway,
everybody.
guys. Good night. Thank you for
Good
coming.
night.
And take it easy,
Remember to keep on
Trendsetters.
collecting. Ooh.